Yesterday, we're going to talk about Shadur playing at Baldwin Wallace or practicing at Baldwin Wallace with the college kids there, and what I thought was just a cool moment. Well, there's the other part of this, which is now in a story I first saw on CBS Sports. Shedeur has been quoted, and I'm going to read two different quotes. Quote, I know if you see the quarterback play in the league right now, I know I'm capable of doing better than that. I want to address this one first. I don't have like a single problem with him looking across the NFL and going, oh, I'm not intimidated by this. I've seen this level, and I still believe I can do it. I thought the people who made something out of this, I thought it was very dirty pool the way that specific quote was treated for Shedeur.
I think the people who made something out of this are the same people that is finding any reason under the sun to have a problem with Shedeur Sanders because of whatever reason that they may have. Personally, I don't care if he's my first, second, or third string quarterback of my favorite team. I want my quarterback believing in himself that he can outperform anyone. I want my quarterback believing that when he look at the quarterback play across the league, that you know what? Given the opportunity, I can get out here and do the same thing. Because what bothers me about this, if he was asked the same question and he came back and said, you know what? I'm not ready. I don't think I'm there yet. You know what? Just give me a little bit more time. There probably would have been some people who said, you know what? I don't need my quarterback going out there sounding like he's not sure of himself. Sounding like that if he was called into action right now, he doesn't have the confidence to be able to do it. Self-confidence and self-belief are things that, in my opinion, intimidate only those who don't have it.
Yeah, I think, listen, here's what I think is the devil's advocate on the situation. You're a third-string quarterback, don't talk. That, to me, is my biggest problem with the NFL. My biggest problem is the idea that there's a difference of Shedeur saying this if he was the starter or if he was the backup or if he's the third stringer. Because I've heard that. Oh, well, if he was Dylan Gabriel, it'd be totally different. No, it wouldn't. Like, he's a human being. He was asked a question, and he answered it. Like, if you don't believe you belong in the NFL, if you don't think you can start, you literally don't belong in the NFL.
And you shouldn't be starting.
Yes. Or you shouldn't be on a roster.
No.
Like, there are dudes who have... and they'll tell you about it. Ryan Leaf was one of these guys. Oh my God, what is it? I'm thinking of not Stockholm syndrome, imposter syndrome, and that tanks their career. Like this idea that I do worry. I should say this. I do worry that part of the Browns' process with Shedeur is, can you humble yourself? Because I think Kevin does not like big personality quarterbacks. I don't think he likes talkative quarterbacks. Like, I think he likes guys like Deshaun, who didn't really say a damn thing when he was here, who followed whatever he's going to say, even when he kind of threw people under the bus. It was such coach speak that he spoke with that people just didn't pick up on it. Like when the offense was having issues and he was talking about how he'd like the offense to be a little different. Most people didn't realize what Deshaun was saying. And so I think that's what I think Dylan Gabriel very much fits what Kevin Stefanski likes in a quarterback. Okay, who cares? This kid's here. And I just hope something like this, which I still think is incredibly innocuous, I just hope this isn't the thing that holds him back in their eyes because of something that has nothing to do with football with this kid getting on the field.
No, absolutely. And it's funny when you say, I don't think Kev like big personality guys, and it just got me thinking about Shadur, Jameis, and one Baker Mayfield compared to guys like, Dylan Gabriel, Joe Flacco, or even Jacoby Brissett. Here's the thing. I like quarterbacks who be their authentic self. I like people who are their most authentic self no matter what. I don't want somebody to fit the narrative of what you believe I should be. I think there's a lot to be said about a young man who's very confident and vocal about what he believes in himself. On one hand, people can say that's not being humble. On the other hand, you can say, well, depending on what you believe in, life and death is in the power of the tongue. Manifestation is in the power of the tongue. Why would I not speak positive over my own ability, over my own whatever? And also, so to me, the fact that he's loud about his confidence makes me cheer for him even more.
The funny thing is, I don't think he's loud. I think this is
but that's how it's classified. As loud.
But I think that's the thing that kind of frustrates me, that this would be considered loud. Like, again, this is, to me, if he said, I know I'm better than anyone in the NFL, all right, that's different. He's saying, I know I'm capable of doing better than what he sees as a quarterback play in the league. I don't think he said it in a loud way. You know, there's a way to say it, which I thought was actually like, nope, I just kind of believe in myself, and I'm here, and I know that when I get a chance to play, I'm going to play well. Like, that's self-confidence. It's not self-arrogance.
Right.
But there is, and this is where I do think the Deion thing plays in. I sometimes feel like all the Sanders family, they use that, well, nobody likes this thing. They use it a little too liberally for me. That being said, I think every time somebody hears this kid say this, they hear it in the voice of Deion. And it's like, guys, I've never heard Deion walk the line of self-confident and self-arrogant. He's always been self-arrogant. Like, this kid has shown you time and time again, no, he's just self-confident. And I think there's a huge difference for that. And I think, this to me is, no, I believe in myself. Yeah. That's different than
his daddy would be like, see, I'm that deal, baby.
Yes, exactly. I'm
deal.
Better than Joe Flacco.
But
I'm better than Dylan Gabriel. That's what Deion would have said.
But honestly, I was a huge fan of Deion Sanders growing up. So even like knowing that that's how Deion is, I don't think his son is like him.
Yes, and I don't think people have made those distinctions between the two.
They are not alike. But
they're similar, but they're not the same person.
When it comes to certain things, right? Everybody has their similarities and the things that they are very different about. Some people might have an issue with Deion being a very talkative or quote unquote loud person. Even as a child, I thought it was cool. There's something about somebody, to me personally, that they feel like they're good enough, they know they're good enough, and they have no problem telling you they're good enough, especially when they can go out there and show you that, hey, not only am I talking it, I can walk it as well. And Deion, to me, he revolutionized how you play the cornerback position. Deion, to me, is, I didn't see Bo Jackson, right? So when we talk about best athletes ever, I've heard so many wonderful stories about the great Bo Jackson, but I actually watched with my own eyes Deion play two different sports and was damn good at both.
But see, that's where the distinction is for me. Of Deion is loud, and he is loud. That's not what Shedeur is. And even like the other quote that made some kind of headlines here was, I don't think playing or not playing is in my hands. I think based on the situation, if things happen, if things pan out where I play, then I'll be out there and I'm ready to play. I'm ready to play right now. Again, at no point does he assign blame to the organization. Like I've seen the take out there, oh, he's getting frustrated. It's like, well, it is the first time he's sitting on the bench. I don't sense frustration from this. Again, it goes back to the idea of when my number's called, not my decision, when my number's called, I'll be ready. And I feel like if that was today, I'd be ready. Again, that's not a loud thing. Like this is
confident thing.
It was, and he's being asked a specific question. He is responding in a confident but not arrogant way. And so to see it lead CBS Sports, to see it, I think it was on First Take. Like it's been on all these. Oh, Get Up. It was on Get Up this morning, and it's like, oh, you're reacting to who you think the person is, and not the actual person that we've seen in Cleveland, who's a very socially conscious dude. He's in the community. He's at high schools, right? Who's working out at Baldwin Wallace. Who, I mean, if this kid was just about Instagram, I wouldn't have watched that kid go from one side of the fence at practice in Berea all the way behind the media tent, all the way to the other side, and sign every piece of thing for 45. I have not seen any other Browns player do that, and they're all insanely generous with their time. He was at least 10% more generous with his time than I've ever seen another quarterback. And so to watch people react to what they think Shedeur is versus what I feel like we've seen. And by the way, it's not just people outside of here. It's some Browns fans. It's like, guys, I've seen it. It's not fake. He is somehow a confident but humble young man. Your problem might be with Deion. It might be with the noise. It shouldn't be with this kid.
No, it shouldn't be at all because he's very confident. He's very genuine. He has a huge heart. He loves helping people. He has embraced himself in this community. And, you know, when he did that thing in the Garden Valley housing projects, listen, I'm very familiar with the projects. And he even said it. A lot of people try to advise him not to go in those areas. And when you can put yourself in a situation like that, knowing that these people who are in low income housing, who just lost everything, and what your presence can do to these young kids who might not ever be in this situation again, that speaks volumes to me about who he is as a person. And to your point, I believe it's very authentic. He's not trying to, you know, put on a show for those who are watching from afar. And I just wish that people nationally, and I know this is going to suck to say, but this is just honest. I wish nationally people would shut up. Like, if you haven't been here, if you haven't been to Berea to actually be around this young man, be around the team or see what's going on, man, then chill with the noise. Because us locally in Cleveland have been doing, in my opinion, have been doing all we can to kind of like tame the riffraff, tame the BS and everything else. And yet here y'all come with these national perspectives and it just blows it up all over again.